Hi dear friends, I'm Nargis and today we're going to talk about English grammar. To be precise, we are going to talk about that mysterious participle. But before you start, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get more information about English and IELTS. Press like button and write a comment. We will start talking about participle, and firstly I want to introduce you the types of participle. We have three types of participle in English. It's present, past and perfect. In this video we're going to talk about only the present participle. In general, I'm going to divide this grammar series into three parts: present, past and perfect. And today we will start only with the first one, the present participle. What is present participle? The participle is like when we take any ordinary verb and we add an ing to the end of this verb. So if we have to write, the participle is writing, to do, doing, to sleep, sleeping, and so on. This structure, verb and ing, can be used in three ways in English. The first way, it's of course continuous tenses. Present continuous, past continuous, perfect continuous, future continuous. So you can say, I'm sleeping, or you can say, I was sleeping yesterday when you called me, or I will be sleeping tomorrow when you will call me, or I can say, I have been sleeping, I'm tired. I have been sleeping, I'm tired. So we use participle like verb and ing firstly in the cases of tenses. Continuous tenses. Okay, the second case when we use this is gerunds. We take any verb and we add ing and we make a gerund. Like we can say, walking makes people healthy, or I hate sleeping late. Later I will show you the difference between gerund and participle clause. Now let's go to the third part. It's a participle clause. So we can use ing, verb ing, like a participle. What is it? It is when we have the main action in the sentence and we add an additional action to this sentence. The participle clause usually relates to one noun, and this noun is called an antecedent. So the participle clause should be closer to its antecedent. It should be closer to the person or to the thing which implements that action. So it should be on the left or on the right of the antecedent. Let's look at some examples. Cooking the dinner, I usually sing funny songs. I have my subject and verb, I sing. This is the subject and verb. Here I is the antecedent because we have the additional participle clause to this antecedent and we have placed it before I. Cooking the dinner, I usually sing. Sing is the main action and we have the additional action to that main action sing. It's cooking. Talking with my friend by phone, I do my homework very fast. Like here, I do my homework, it's my main action. I and do are the subject and the verb of the sentence. Together with this main action, I do also an additional action. I talk with my friend. So while talking with my friend, I do my homework. While cooking, I sing funny songs. So all of them are additional actions. For example, one more example, like lying on the sofa, he usually dreams about his non-existent life. So lying on the sofa is additional action to the main one, dream. He dreams, subject and verb. Even if we add ing, it doesn't mean that all actions in the sentence should happen at the present time, present continuous or present simple. No, we can say, lying on the sofa, he dreams about his non-existent life. He dreamt about his non-existent life when he was younger, or he will dream about his non-existent life again. So there is no connection with the tense. We just show the additional action to the main one. Verb ing, present participle, shows two things. The first one is that this action happens simultaneously with the main action. He's dreaming and he's lying at the same time. Again, we can say he dreamt, we can say he will dream. No connection with the tense. It just shows that two actions happen together. And it shows that the antecedent, he, is doing this action. Later in other videos, we will talk about past participle, and in that case, the action will not be done by the antecedent. We will talk about this later, but here in present participle, it means that the antecedent is doing this action. Cooking the dinner, I sing. Lying on the sofa, he dreams. I don't know, talking with my friend by phone, I do my homework. I do this action. The antecedent, who is staying near the participle, is doing this action. And he is doing this action at the same time with the main action. So now I have shown you the cases where the participle is on the left from the antecedent. Sometimes we can use it on the right of the antecedent. The essence is the same. It's again the additional action to the main action. We can say, people working hard get success sooner than those who are lazy, or than lazy ones. So people working harder get success. People get success. This is our subject verb. Working hard is a participle clause staying after the antecedent. Actually, it was like this. People who work hard. It was a relative clause with a relative pronoun who. But we can't use all our sentences with relative clause. People who do this, people who start this, students who study hard. We should use sometimes participle clauses to make our writing more advanced and more complex. So people working harder get success sooner than those who are lazy, or than lazy ones. New laws allowing the usage of new passports will be introduced to the public soon. New laws allowing. It was actually new laws which allow or that allow. But again, we don't want to use only relative clauses in our writing. That's why we use participle clauses. New laws allowing. People doing. People parking the car. And so on. The scientists conducting the investigation will show its results on the new social media platforms. Scientists conducting, like who conduct or who are conducting the investigation, will show its results. The subject verb is scientists will show. Conducting is an additional action. So scientists who conduct will show, or scientists conducting the investigation will show. So I hope it's very clear for you, and try not to confuse it with the gerund, because the gerund plays the role of a subject or object in the sentence. For example, again, walking makes people healthy. Walking is a subject, makes its verb. Walking makes. I hate sleeping late. I hate are subject and verb. Sleeping is an object. So don't confuse gerund with participle. You have to use participle because participle makes sentences more complex, makes grammar more complex, shows your grammar level as an advanced one. That's why you should use participle in your writing, especially if you are writing essays or some formal structures of writing. And one point about comma. Sometimes you can see comma before or after participle, sometimes not. What's the difference? The difference is that when you place the participle closer to the antecedent, to the person or to the thing who or which performs this action, you shouldn't place comma. But if you place this participle far from the antecedent, you have to place comma. Let's look at these examples. John bought the headphones hanging on the wall. Here, hanging on the wall refers to headphones. They are hanging. Which are hanging? That's why we place hanging near the headphones. If we place hanging somewhere in the other part of the sentence, for example, near the John, it means that the John is hanging on the wall. John hanging on the wall bought the headphones. That's wrong. That's why we place near the antecedent and no comma. But if we write the sentence like this, John, using his credit card, bought the headphones. Here we place using the credit card near the John because John is the antecedent. If we place using the credit card at the end of the sentence, we can do this. we have to write a comma before using the credit card. Why? Because using the credit card doesn't refer to headphones. If we write the sentence like this, John bought the headphones using his credit card. And if we write using the credit card near the headphones, it means that the headphones are paying with the credit card. If you want to show that it's John who pays with the credit card, you have to place a comma there. John bought headphones using the credit card. With comma, it means that this participle clause relates to the whole sentence, not to the headphones. Well, I hope participle clause has become a little bit clearer for you, but if you still have any questions, you can write them down in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you soon. In the next part of this video, we are going to talk about past participle.